So you just had an acoustic blues album, and now this is completely different.
Yes, and you know, I see them connected. A lot of people don't, but I do. The acoustic thing was more of a hobby and something I do to relax. What's out now is what I do in real life, and it's more my songwriting. And I came up being a drummer, so it's got New Orleans funkiness and Memphis soul and stories that are important to me, and I hope others. But the grooves are really the essence. Even the lyric to me has to have a rhythm to it, and I think life has a rhythm to it. So I'm back at it, and it's been a long time, so I'm glad.
So when you were writing these tunes, were you writing these tunes to hang together on an album, or were they sort of separate things?
I'm always building material, you know, and that's the fun of the game to me, is doing that. And some of them just fall out, and that's makes it easy. And other ones are bits and pieces that you've stored on or you add to. You like the thought, but it's not finished, you know, and then usually driving and being out doing things happen. And you'll add to it, you know, you'll go, oh, you know, I'm back on that thought again. So the name of the thing, Doing What It Takes, it's a tough biz, you know. I call the band a struggle for a lot of reasons. A lot of it's just being self-employed, a lot of it's trying to play live music in this culture, and all those things that go along with trying to make a living. You know, you don't have a salary, you don't have health care, and you're really on your own. But I think everybody has some of those battles, and sometimes you just got to do what it takes. I had a friend who was really good to us, helped us out, just let us crash his one-room apartment when we were in LA, and it's expensive to travel and all that stuff. And I didn't see him for a long time, and then he shows up at a gig, and I said, Art, how you doing? He goes, I'm just doing what it takes. And I thought, that's a song. That's the name of the recording, and it's a good song, too.
So who are your co-conspirators on this endeavor?
You know, I say I got the A-team. These are fellas I've worked with over the years and have been in the band. And I remember things interactions from different combinations of people. I've got Glenn Holston, the keyboard player, is really the brains musically. The musical director does all the horn arranging. And if it gets by Glenn, it's good. I mean, he'll come down on you and say, no. Or he'll say, you went up last time, go down this time. Don't. So he's, you know, he's just brilliant. And he'll always be the foundation. I'll bring a song, I always bring the songs to him, and he'll go, no. Or, yeah, that's good. So he's the musical director and keyboard player, really the brilliance. And then Reinhard Meltz is a magnificent drummer. Started with me when he was 17 years old, and he's wise beyond his years, a wise soul. He can hang with the older cats and kick their ass too in a really good way. He really has good sense, you know. And he's now with Gino Vanelli, and everybody wants Reinhardt. And I knew right from the get-go he was going to be like that. So he's doing other stuff, but I called up Reinhardt and said, you know, some of these things aren't completely developed yet, and I want to bounce some of these things off you. This song could go this way or that way, and I want to try them to see if the rhythm of the lyric works better this way or that way. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to call it this way now. I'm going to completely call it a different way. See what happens. And he's really up for that. And I said, but you know, you and Ben Jones did this thing. I got a cassette of it. And I want that thing that you guys do. And he said, I played a gig with Ben last night. I'd lost track of him. Gives me the numbers. Perfect timing, he says. And we had so much fun in there. And I had that rhythm section live. And that one tune I'm talking about, we threw it around a little bit. And I said, okay, the third time we did it, it reeked. It was putrid. It was so funky. That's what I want. One take. We did the scratch vocals, the scratch solos. That done. And I went, yes, that's the A-team. So, you know, when you have a good rhythm section down to build on, now you know you're okay. And I had to borrow money to do this, and that was the scariest thing. That's why it's taken so long. It's a tough biz anymore. So now I'm really nervous about the use of it, you know, and that makes you come at it in a different direction, and I'm glad. Holstrom did these great horn arrangements, and I took it to the next level, and then I brought LaRonda in to sing. LaRonda Steele had got this voice, and she can go up high but have a deep texture to it. It's just a unique voice, and I love hearing it. I'll go to one of her gigs, and I'll just go, But listen to her voice, just the sound of it. You know, and she never overdoes it. She doesn't squalor all that stuff. It's a beautiful voice. And for the songs we're doing, she knew the parts. So I took another step up. So I'm really happy and excited about this recording. One other thing I'd like to mention too is that Teresa James, great singer out of Los Angeles that I met on Delbert McClinton's cruises, and every time her band plays, it's like taking his shoes off. You know? So when does Teresa play again? And I brought her out to the festival a few years back, but just a natural voice that I enjoy singing with. And this one song called I Can't Stop that I wrote for Curtis as a duet that we'd do, kind of a soul rocker. And he said, no, it should be a woman's voice. So when he recorded it, he did it with Becca Bramlett. I suggested Becca at the time. And since then, I've been thinking about doing it. It's my song. So I wanted to just kind of do my version of it. And I thought, Teresa. I sent it to her. She knocked it out of the park like that. She said, I sang a little bit too much on there so you could pull stuff back you didn't want. I sang on the bridge. I sang all the way through. And I kept it. I loved everything she did. So that's the fun of this, has been the team.
Who will you have with you at Jimmy Mac's?
The working band, and that's Denny Bixby on bass, great singer. And my Mark Griffith is a drummer that moved here from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Just a treasure. And
he is still under the radar, man.
People are finding out about him, so I got to watch it. And as they should, man. He's got such great ears, and it's like being in the studio at the gig because he plays very musical. It's not like showing off drum chops in the middle of the song. And he and Denny, the elbow room, I just feel this V8 engine under me that's got all this elbow room, but musical. They play the song, and if there's a kick or an ending, they explode. But they've got the chops, but they know how to use them. And I love coming to work with this live band. Dover Weinberg is playing keyboards, organ, and piano, and I'm going to have LaRonda there.
All right,
secret weapon.
There you go.
And the CD is going to be there.
Yes.
They're not really on the street till July 3rd, so this is special in another way that I'm going to have the CD at a reduced price and signed if you come to this show, because I'm not going to do this show again. So this is not like a real one-time thing.
So are you saying that having people be able to listen to a track, to preview a track on this story is an exclusive? No, it couldn't be. Yes, it is. It couldn't be.
Not only that.
Us? Yeah. Really? Oh,
for my people's here now, you know. I got my hometown. I've been here a long time, and some of these people have been around me a long time.
Okay.
But I want to see one other thing.
Oh, yes.
We'll go. What I didn't finish with the band because I got Warren Rand on alto.
Oh, yeah.
Warren plays. And Rudy Draco on tenor's been with me. The Atlas horns with the Struggle been with me 1,000 years from the beginning.
Wow, that's a nice band.
It is a nice band.
If you had to choose one tune from this album that you would like people to be able to preview, what would it be?
I wrestle with that because they're different. They're all so different that if you hear one, you're going to not get the whole picture. I put Bend in the River as the opening cut for several reasons. It's got a little of everything in it. Terry Evans sings with me on that one along with LaRonda. And you know, the message is just that no matter how you plan your life out, it's going to change. Stay loose and, you know, work with the things you can have control over, and the ones you don't have control over, let go, because that force is just going to hold you down. So it's got a good gospel flavor to it, and it's a good message, and it's got a lot of good stuff in it.
All right. Well, that will appear just below this little player. Right on the page.
Cool.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.